Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're nearly there, okay? We are nearly done with all the Murakami. Final stretch. I think I was done. I thought I'd collected everything that I wanted. Well, I got all my key pieces, but there was still the bits on the periphery that I really wanted, but was having to prioritize. So we're doing like the sweep up now, if you like, and getting the little things. So obviously Miss Cerise's Speedy 20 here, in all her glory, deserved a present. And her other present has got very delayed despite being a pre-order. And I got this, it's partly for her and partly for me, and I'll show you. And we'll talk about packaging again as we go, because quite often it's a mystery. So let's see how I feel. I was resisting this item. This item I liked from the beginning. I was resisting it. And then, oh, hello, Mr. Beagle. Come on then, my darling. Do you want to sit with Mummy? Good boy. And then I saw Rachel went shop, and this is one item that she got. And when I saw it on camera, I was like, no, I really do want it. And I think partly the reason why I've bought so much for this Murakami, and when I say FOMO, I don't mean from a trend point of view. Hold on. Sorry, my neighbour has her doorbell up at highest volume possible. At least it's not doing the whole talk thing it used to. Anyway, Mr. Beagle is here. Wasn't our doorbell? You're okay. So basically, I think with what I was saying with the Murakami is it's a case of if I don't get it now, then I'm probably going to miss out because it then just won't be available. So it's kind of now or never. So when I say FOMO, it's kind of like more buy it now, probably never get hold of it if you don't, and make peace with that. Now for some pieces, I'm making peace with that. And in other items I'm ordering. So that's with no further ado, as this is a true unboxing. Ta-da! Oh, we have some packaging. We have a little cherry bag, and it is lovely how the cherries just, you see, just catch the light there. Obviously filming in natural daylight. I'm a sweaty mess, so I've been running around all day running errands. I was about to see if I have stickers in the receipt bag, but I sincerely doubt it because we have stickers here. So the mystery, this is for the UK mystery of packaging, particularly boxes. So there is limited Cerise packaging in the UK. If you order in store, you're not getting Cerise packaging. I got a little bit because they got it over from New Bond Street. So New Bond Street, yes, other stores, no. If you order online, you may get the packaging, depending on where that order comes from. Now, this arrived very quickly because this was obviously in stock, as my shawl was, in stock in the UK warehouse. And the UK warehouse has no cherry boxes. If, however, you order online, it's not in stock in the UK and needs to be come over from Paris, then you may, depending on stock availability, have a cherry box. Clear? So we have some more stickers. I'll show you quickly. I've shown these before on my channel, but not everyone's here for every video. So I'll show you really quickly. That's just a bit boring. I like this one. We have a single cherry. We have a cherry blossom. More cherries, a flower, and a super flat LV. So those are the stickers. I will be adding those to my sticker collection, which currently are in my little, if you can see it there. There's a little Murakami box from when I went to the cafe pop-up, and within that box was the most expensive biscuits ever made. Lovely though. Anyway, so we have stickers. We also have the white and silver ribbon. Hopefully you can see there. So it's a little bit late in the evening. So we are filming in natural daylight, but we are evening. So as it's not winter, we still have some light. It'd be pitch black otherwise, and I wouldn't be able to film. That's why it's easier for me to film in summer than winter. Do we have any tissue paper? That is a great question. Oh, we have tissue paper of some description. I never got any of the multicolour tissue paper. Now, when I first opened this tissue paper on a previous item, I think it was my shawl, I was like, oh, it's just white tissue paper. And then I saw someone else unbox it, and I think it had some cherries within it or something. But we'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's get on to the item, which is the bandeau. I ummed and ahed. I love the bandeau. I actually really love. Rachel described the brown one as being the more classic. I'm old. I'm an old classic, and I just love this. And also with having, when I was deciding on a bag, it was only going to be monogram with cherry. The brown monogram, that is, not the white one. It was never going to be anything else. It also was always going to be the Speedy, because I really wanted a Speedy 20 as a style anyway, so it was bringing both things together. So that is what I got. Let's look at the tissue paper quickly, and then we'll see what we're going to do with the bandeau, because I nearly got for the same price, the smaller square. Right, what is this tissue paper? It doesn't, no, there's no cherries on this. It's just like a grid. Anyway, we have tissue paper for something, so that's, nice enough. I probably will keep it in the box actually, so it doesn't get squashed. So I've decided on the bandeau eventually, because I thought actually it might be more versatile. There is the SKU, or the product code, for those that are interested. So that's M96085. It's not liking to focus. So yeah, you can see there's a little scissor mark there to cut this off, and I will, because that's way too big on a little twirly thing. I'll keep the Murakami bit, but I will cut the other bit off shortly. I mean, look at the size of that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, we shall move past that for now, because I'll cut that off in my own time, not on camera, because I'll do it carefully. The cherries just look, I'm trying to find a bit that's not creased, so vibrant on this. They're really lovely. So you've got cherries on one side, and then a bit of red at the bottom, and Louis Vuitton. The other side, you don't have the Louis Vuitton, you just have the cherries. That may be something to think about when you are working out how you use it. And then on the other side, we have red at the bottom. The whole thing is just monogram, and then at the bottom, same side as the other side, we have Louis Vuitton. So Louis Vuitton is on both, that's bad. Louis Vuitton is on the monogram side and the cherry side. So, a number of things we can do with this. One, for me, if we make it a present for me, then we could sort of have it as a little, like, necktie. We could do a little something with it. I mean, I'm doing this really badly, and like I say, I'm a bit hot and bothered, so I don't want to do anything too tight. I don't want to get the scarf sweaty, but you can just see we could have a little je ne sais quoi, like so. I know that tag's terrible, but you get the idea. I probably wouldn't do it with this outfit, but anyway, so we could do that. And I just thought, if I have that and I have my bag and I'm wearing like this very black plain outfit, it just gives that little bit of colour and brightening up without being too much. Another thing we could do that they did on the website, you know I'm going to ruin this, they had it almost as a bit of a headscarf. I mean, these things are hard enough, I think, to do at the best of times, and on camera it's near on impossible. But if I did this in real life as opposed to YouTube life, I would do it a bit better. But you can sort of get the idea there. And because, I mean, I don't like anything too extreme. So one of the reasons I thought brown was a really good colour as opposed to the white was that with my brunette hair, it's not so stand out. So that's another thing you could do. And again, little ooh la la, I got my Speedy and I've got my bandeau. So no, just a little ooh la la Cerises. I do quite like that. And then the other thing I could do if it was for me, and I saw this with the Cherry Blossom collection, and there was a picture online of a model with her Cherry Blossom pochette accessoire that I have, and the bandeau through her jeans. And even my husband looked at it and went, oh, it looks so nice like that. But I couldn't get the Cherry Blossom bandeau, unfortunately, which is another reason why I got this one, because I wouldn't have wanted too many bandeaus. So the other thing I could do is have it as a little waist belt, which probably in one way works better on a dress than it does jeans, because I'm thinking of little visits that we may need to make. You haven't got to take it off every time. That tag is really, this tag is really not staying. I'm trying to do my best with it. So you could see, you could have it just off to the side, a little bit there. Right, if I just move out a little bit, there you go. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what it looks like. If just to, probably not so good to have it the same size as I carry my bag. There we go. Otherwise it's a bit too. What do we think? From a distance. So yes, that's the look if you were to see me coming down the street at you. Oh, by the way, I'll put a link to these shoes in the bottom. Sorry, in the description box below. It's been a very long day. They arrived today, designed in Finland, produced in Portugal. The most comfiest things ever, like that proper soft, subtle leather. Really good. Anyway, and really, I got the colour fawn, and they just blend. So if you want shoes and you don't want to take too much away from the rest of your outfit, they're a really great choice. And they're just comfy, so I got them for summer holidays and things and just wearing, really. My husband, they're unisex, so men and women. And they have men's and women's sizes all on the same thing. My husband got them in a different colour, raved about them so much. I mean, if there was a day he didn't talk about these shoes. And I was like, right, that's it, I'm having a pair. They're that comfortable. Because I do suffer with my feet. So there we go, that's what that looks like as one option. Now, of course, I did say that this was a present for Miss Cherry, as she is called. I know, imaginative, hey? If only I worked in marketing. So Miss Cherry could also have this as a present. And we could, because her other present has not come yet. It's ridiculous. Sorry, but I just think that pre-orders for, like, you know, a bag charm I've done on a pre-order should have arrived by now. Especially as they were selling them afterwards. Anyway. Let's just do this as a little. So what you could do, again, we're not going to any great skill, it's just to illustrate. For illustrative purposes, stupid tag. So we've got it just as a little bow there. That's one side, that's the other. So that's her with it just as a little bow. Might be a little bit fussy, but I just thought I would try that. It's nice to have alternatives. I have no intent on putting the bow that came with her, the Vachetta bow that hangs down. I have no intent on wearing that on this bag. I just don't feel like it goes. It's really soft. For a 20, this has really quite soft and squishy. I'm wondering if this cherry canvas is a little bit different. Oh, and the other thing, quickly, before I try on the handles, is, so with Speedies, the classic Speedies, you have the monogram the right way up, and we'll call this the front. And it goes all the way around, and underneath is one piece of canvas. And then it is upside down. As you can see there, we've got the LV there, which is upside down. What you may also notice, the more observant of you, is the cherries are the right way up. The cherries are the right way up. What they've done is on the bottom, you can see they start off that way, then they change direction. And I just thought that was really careful. The price of this collection, Cerise's versus even the rest of the Murakami anniversary relaunch, we'll call it that, has been, I think, astronomical. And when we look at this, there's no padlock, there's no keys, the strap isn't adjustable, there's no microfiber lining, you know, against the descriptions online, and also feels like a bit of a shortcut. The thing that's upset me the most, really, to be honest, is the lack of microfiber lining. It really should have come with microfiber lining at this price point. When you compare the Speedies from the other Murakami collections that did have microfiber lining. So when I find a detail like this, it makes me happy, because it makes you see somewhere where the money has gone, which is in terms of that production. You know, it's not like they're just producing reams and reams of this canvas without thought as to cherry placement. There is thought of cherry placement in that manufacturing, well, not on the inside, but in that manufacturing procedure somewhere. There is that bit of extra thought, and thought costs money. So that was basically just something I thought I would point out, because I know a lot of people have been talking about the cost of this collection and some of the things that we should have had on it that we did not. So the other way of doing this would be to have it as a little, I say twilly affair. I know it's a bandeau because it's Louis Vuitton. Why they just can't all be one name? You know, why is a Hermes twilly, a dual mitzvah, and a Louis Vuitton bandeau? I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to know. So let's just wrap this around the handle. We're doing this very, very rough and ready. I also find the Louis Vuitton bandeaus to be longer than the Hermes ones. We just sort of playing about it there because I've done it way too long. And maybe you could do it so you had like a little bow at the bottom of each side, but you can see if you did have it, that does look quite, oh, it's done that. That's an appalling job. If you did it properly, you could see that could be quite cute. Cherries and cherries. So we'll see. My point was, it's a fairly versatile piece, which was why I went for this over the square, the small square, which was exactly the same price, especially as I got the denim shawl. So I already had something to wear in that triangular shape on me, albeit the denim collection being completely different to the brown one. That was all I was going to show you. There are some more pieces on the way. I don't know when. There are some, but like I say, I'm feeling like I said, I'm done now. Anything else I unbox, Murakami wise, has already been pre-ordered, and I've been waiting for it to come in. I think we have enough. Once those final few pieces come, I will do a collection video and I will show you all of my Murakami pieces. I will talk you through the planning and the rationale. I know, darling, it is that tedious, isn't it? I will talk you through the rationale and the planning of all of it, because as far as it's concerned with me and shopping, it's always planned, it's always analytical, there's always a reason for it. Like I say, this was actually a lot of thought, believe it or not. So that was all I was going to show you. That video will come at some point. I can't tell you when because I don't know when my items are arriving. Apparently one of the pre-order items was due July. We'll see if it comes any earlier. But to be fair, we're getting to close to July, so hopefully it won't be much longer. So yeah, that was it from me and Miss Cherry, who loves to be on camera. Look how pretty she is. And Mr. Disinterested Beagle there. Do take care, everybody. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye-bye. Oh, subscribe. Subscribe. Come on. Cheers.